Hey, so we're watching you guys go through that SEALs training. I'm curious, though, how much does a group's performance change from one year to the next, and how individual groups handle an environment like that?
Well, we try to vary up the SEAL training each year, so it's very, very different. Last year was really training wheels.
Oh, really?
Of SEAL training. If you ask our older guys from last year, Isaiah and DeMarcus and those guys, they probably disagree, but this was a little more challenging this year, and it took the guys outside of their comfort zone a little bit more.
We heard from your instructor there saying that you train how you fight. And that concept, that philosophy, who would you say is the best on the team in kind of living up to that mentality?
Well, it remains to be seen. I'll tell you when we get in some fights. You know, right now we're just in training mode. We're 27 days away from our first game. But, you know, I'd say in terms of the guy that probably has done the best job so far, having a consistent level of mindset and effort, is probably Kendall Yancey.
Yeah? Good. And the veteran, he's been around a little while.
Yeah, you know, I think he's really setting himself up to have a very big senior season.
Can Kerwin Roach still jump?
Oh, yeah, he can jump.
What's been the development like in his game in terms of being the complete basketball player?
Well, I think the biggest thing for Snoop is learning how to play the point guard position. Because last year he came in, and early in the year he played there a little bit. But then if it turned out that the best thing was to kind of get him at the two, Isaiah and Javon handled most of the point guard duties, and Snoop really thrived the second half of the season. But now those guys are gone. So Snoop, as well as other guys, have to move into that position and run the team.
And how's that dynamic worked out so far, having so many young guys coming into the program at once?
Well, again, we haven't played a real game yet, so you know it's an incomplete grade. But the guys have really battled in practice, gotten a lot better. The emphasis is two things, Lo. Having fun and really growing. Now, we have to grow every day, every week, every month, continue improving and making strides. And that's both as individual players and also as a unit.
I know, VY, you got a little rooting interest as well?
Yeah, I mean, my little nephew, Jacob Young, I just want to ask you, what do you see from him right now? How's he coming around,
well,
new star?
He needs to learn to show the poise that you showed in the Rose Bowl game.
I will definitely pass the word.
I will say this. He is one of the best competitors on the team. You can tell that you guys are kin. He really, really goes at guys. Today in practice, he absolutely got annihilated by the competition, but he kept coming back, and he's going to learn that there's going to be days like that. There's going to be days where it's not going to necessarily go your way, but can you have the presence of mind to stay in the fight? He comes from an awesome background. His father played in 3 Final Fours. His brother's in the NBA. So that type of background really helps you get ready for this level.
Yeah. We talked a little earlier about the dynamics surrounding this football program and with the coaches and the players supporting their coaches, almost carrying them. And I told these guys off air, I would love it for you to tell the story about what you learned from Billy Donovan and his message as Florida was trying to go back to back on the importance of players to be great carrying the coaches.
Yeah, I think for any team, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, you know, whatever it may be, it's about the collective unit coming together and being connected around two things above all others. The first thing is what goes into winning, all right? So you guys are football experts, I'm not, all right? You guys know what goes into winning. You did it at a high level. But whatever it is that goes into winning, obviously everyone wants to win. We all say we want to win. But doing the things that go into winning, whether it's basketball, baseball, whatever it may be, that's what makes you win. So that's the first thing. Then the second thing is each other. Yeah. Caring about each other above all other things. And what you have to do when you're in a critical situation as a team is find a way to block everything else out and understand that only the guys in this locker room matter. And we're going to lift each other up. We're going to care about each other beyond all other things. That can be challenging to do in a dynamic where everyone has an opinion and everyone wants to give their 2 cents. But that's the situation that these guys find themselves in. We will find ourselves in. Different teams will find themselves in that dynamic. And now, what do you do?
So what's the secret sauce? I mean, how do you try to get them out of that environment, or just to the point where they're not paying attention to what is said?
It's this right here. And these guys know, I mean, it's when the chips are down, what's really on the inside? Yeah. What is it about? But you can't do it by yourself. Right. Unbelievable individual performance, that's great, that's not going to get it done, whether it's basketball or any sport. So we have to come together as a unit. I remind our guys all the time, when you're on the offensive end, what's our goal? For the team to score.
Yeah.
When we're on the defensive end, what's our goal? To stop the other team from scoring. If we do those things, we're going to win the game. But we've got to do those things over and over and over. And in practice, it becomes mundane, it becomes boring, it becomes routine. But the best teams do it, and it's regardless of the sport.
Coach, I was in a class this offseason, and you came and talked to us. It was an African Americans in sports class. And I was sitting there and I was wondering, why are you taking time out of your day to come talk to this class? What is it that makes you want to plug in, be involved in the community, but be involved in what's going on campus?
Well, because the most exciting people on this campus are the students, and in our case, the student athletes. But everyone that goes to this school, this is who the school revolves around, the kids that go here. So for me, when I first got here, there was a little bit of sentiment from certain people that said, hey, you guys stay away from campus, all right, just focus on the athletic side. And then there were some other folks that said, no, we need athletics to get more involved in campus, get to know people, meet professors. So I took that advice. And here's the reality. We have some of the best faculty in the world here. We have some of the most outstanding students in the world. So anytime I get a chance to be a part of that and spend time with them, I mean, that was unbelievable subject matter we were talking about. And I just think it's exciting. We had about 10 football guys in that class, and it was a really good dynamic going back and forth, opening up dialogue.
So do you think that winning, it comes as a side effect of all the other things? If you take care of everything else, the Navy SEAL training, the teamwork, the camaraderie, being involved, then winning will come?
I don't think that. I know that. And, the reality is we all want to win.
Yeah.
We all want to win. If it was easy to snap your fingers, win, we would all do that. All right? But championships are hard. Wins against tough teams are hard. I tell our guys, we have to get past hard. It's going to be hard. You're not going to be able to take hard and get it out of the way. You have to get past that. You've got to get through that. You've got to find a way. And whether it's, the Alabama footballs or the Duke basketballs, the ones that are the best of the best, those guys know how to do that. They've got talent, no doubt. But those guys understand how to do that.
I feel like we need to flip over this set right now and go run and scream or do something, because setting the tone with the energy and the fun.
Well,
I love it, Shaka.
We talked about last year, you and I having some type of physical confrontation during the coaches show.
Y'all can do it right here, right now.
You want a rematch? Do you want to?
I believe we did arm wrestle.
Yeah, you did. You did. But in fairness, I'm left-handed.
I would rather get Vicky involved in that.